Does it surprise you sometimes how quickly this had advanced in 2 years? You've been studying this for 30 years.
Well, this is a point, you see. The speed that it happened, and always is equal to the speed of the acquiescence of the population to the tyranny.
So they're testing, seeing the feedback, and if they can push it, they push it.
Well, I said to you, I think in one of these interviews, this technique, they push the gate. Okay. Any resistance? No. Walk through the gate. Next gate. Push that. Any resistance? No. And so it goes on. This is how the tyrannies happen, because fascism and tyranny is never imposed by the fascists and the tyrants. There's never enough of them.
Right.
It's imposed by the population acquiescing to the tyranny. Look at the mathematics. I mean, one of the good things about the era is that, and I said this in one of those early interviews, it's brought this out of the shadows and put it on public display. You know, people say, oh, you know, this is happening, that's happening. Well, it's always been happening, but you've not seen it because it's been done from the shadows. But what the era has done is bring this global cult into the room where we can basically see it and see its techniques. And this gives us a fantastic opportunity, because now more and more people can see it, to rid this world of this manipulation once and for all. Because you don't address something you can't see and are not aware of. More and more people are now. The point I was talking about there, however, is this speed of acquiescence equals the speed of tyranny. Because look at the maths. We're closing in on 8 billion people in the world. And the core of the core of the core of this global cult, you get into a single room. Add all the other levels of this, add all the gophers in administration and all the agents of the inner core, add all the police forces, add all the military, and you're still looking at a tiny number of people to impose this compared with the population they are imposing it upon. And therefore, they have to divide and rule the population. So we're fighting among ourselves, and in that de-unified state, we're not looking up and seeing the strings attached to one group who's fighting this group. This group has the same strings with the same hands attached to them. We're being divided and ruled, so we don't come together in unity and deal with this. So throughout this 2 years, you have seen mercilessly employed the 4-letter word that is the whole foundation of human control and always has been: fear. Once you get people in fear, they look outside of themselves for something that will protect them from what they fear. And so in the early weeks into the spring of 2020, the fear card was played. And the fear was based on the unknown. What was that about? It was about terrifying the global population into acquiescence. And at that point in the spring of 2020, people were thinking, what's going on? These people collapsing in the street. And 2 things have happened since. One is that a particular group of people, no matter the scale of provable repeating lies that they've been told and shown to be lies, no matter that, when the next lies are told, they believe them. And those people have gone deeper and deeper into the coma. They're the ones that just do what they're told without question. They hide, they put the face nappy on.
Everything that exists in this reality is a frequency. Every thought is a frequency. Every emotion is a frequency. And so if you believe that you are little me and you have no power, then that frequency band that is generated by that perception of self will interact with the field, and you will create a feedback loop that will appear to you to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. You think you're little me, you have no power, you are experiencing a life of little me, I have no power. Not because it's true, but because you believe it is. And when you open your heart and you open your mind and you re-self-identify from I am are labels to I am all that is, has been, and ever can be, having a brief experience, then that your band of frequency explodes both in its breadth and scale and in its frequency, and you start interacting with the field of possibility and probability at that level. And this is why when people go through this awakening process, they start to find that amazing synchronicities start to happen in their life that didn't happen before. Coincidences and bits of luck and things just happening when you need them, or meeting people in strange circumstances. My God, fancy seeing you here. And people look back and they think, well, this wasn't happening before. No, because you were interacting with a narrow band of frequency with the field of possibility, and that's what you were experiencing. Now suddenly you started to awaken, you're interacting with the field in a completely different way, more expanded way, and now things that you can manifest in that feedback loop, fine detail, bits of luck, things happening just when you need them, meeting exactly the people you need to meet to expand your awakening, these suddenly start happening. They're not miracles. They're just that you are now interacting with the field at a completely different level.